On January 17th, 1893, a city was buried in tears after the illegal overthrow of its queen, losing their kingdom, their home, and more importantly, their feeling. And Ellen Ko'ohiva Wright Prendergast writes a song to liberate a community. August 12th, 1898, the word annexation rings through a newly slaughtered country. In a day, songs wring out tears like cries from newborn babies, and I wonder, is anyone still listening? Listen. August 21st, 1959, Hawaii officially becomes the 50th state of this God-forsaken country, and no one is singing. It's January 17th, 2008. 115 years to this day since we were the ones to have our nation violently ripped away. I've watched the blood-stained footprints fade. We watched as Hawaiians forgot to fight. One by one, ice pipes began to ignite. Waikiki's face transformed from brown to white. The blood took its time to fade, and we have changed. And as much as I try to fight, I know today things will never be the same. The language will never resonate the same, and I can't seem to find a way to say that it'll be okay in either of the two languages I've been taught to this day, because the force-fed colonials' dictionaries did all they could to choke me, covered my grandmother's tongue with tattooed Christian scriptures. They silenced me, slapped me when I tried to speak like my family, and told me I had no history before the European missionaries, whose mission was to spread God like their diseases, infest through royally incested families, diluting sacred blood with TB. All for a God they said would end our suffering. And so we converted. But we kept dying, and we've been praying, but we haven't been surviving. But mana cannot be created or destroyed by man, so it must mean that we still stand a chance. But we need to use what's been left after Christ said we couldn't dance, couldn't chant. We need to use what's been left to fight back. It's January 17, 2008, and I cried this morning. Hung flags at half-mast and tried to silence my mourning. A nation remembered its distress as I got dressed, and I tried my best to forget, but I couldn't. And so I may have lost sight in the tears my ancestors cried, but I'll show you my pride. Tattoo my mo'oku au ho to my tongue as to never forget where my voice comes from, who my loyalty is tied to, and what nation my heart sings to. I'll sing for you. I will chant continuously to show you that I am Hawaiian. I will stand, fight, and chant, and never be compliant, because the second I start worshiping the red, white, and blue, pledging allegiance to a nation that turned our eyes red, people white, and hearts blue, is the second I know that the fight is through. And in 1893, we promised to back the Okolani until she was free, daring to call ourselves the famous flowers of the land that we weren't even willing to protect. We promised to stand hand in hand fighting, and so here I stand at the palace, Iolani, screaming. I stand holding hands with ancestors, trying to find voices, but what is a voice worth when no one is listening? What is a song worth that can overthrow opinions when no one is singing? You should be ashamed of yourselves, because you should be singing, and when you finally feel like joining me, I will be here waiting, but not idly. I will be singing. Mahope mako o lili ulani. Yeah!